even if not with my phone.
Okay, people, all you folks back home, here we are standing on the summit of Springer Mountain and our fantastic view of clouds.
Yeah.
Could be worse though, it ain't raining. Only got 2,189 miles to go now. Okay, give you a shot of the trail here. I am now basically officially on the Appalachian Trail. Just left the summit of Springer Mountain and we are headed to Maine. It is officially day one of my through hike. I finished up the approach trail. Wasn't near as bad as what I heard a lot of people say. Stairs aren't that bad. If you're in any halfway decent shape at all, you can do it. It's not like you have to race to the top. So, as we head down now, unfortunately, my day started out with 3 screw-ups right off the bat. The first one is I was cooking breakfast. My fuel canister ran out, which I don't understand why, because it should have been a brand new one. The only thing I can figure is I mixed them up somewhere along the line, but that doesn't make sense because I always mark on my canisters how many times I've used them so I can keep track of what I might have left in them. So I don't know. Anyway, one of the other guys at the shelter at the Amicolola Falls, he had a couple extra ones in his car, and so he sold me one of his. So I got my full canister now and had a nice warm breakfast instead of cold oatmeal, which I really didn't want to do for the next 3 days. Not to mention cold dinners. And the visitor center at the falls doesn't have stuff like that. They don't carry any kind of resupply stuff, so it would have been cold meals. Then as I was packing up my stuff, getting ready to leave, one of my the pins in my watch band popped loose, so I can't wear my watch on my wrist now. I got to wear it in a pocket. At least I can still use it. It's just a little not quite as convenient. So that's the way it goes. And then the third thing is I was getting ready to leave this morning. I was going to run a quick short video of taking off from the shelter and heading up the stairs and past the falls. I really did want to get some pictures of the falls, even though it was fogged in and that. It was still kind of cool looking, but for some reason or another, this damn new technology. I charged my phone up so it was 100% last night before I went to bed. Woke up this morning and it was almost dead. And the only thing I can figure is I'd forgotten to put it into the airplane mode. So the guy I was talking to said that if you do that, a lot of times you get between towers and it'll sit there and flip-flop on its tower signals and kill the battery trying to get a signal. Which, that must have been what happened, because this morning the battery was dead. So not only did I miss my pictures, but I've had to use my battery pack a couple times already, and I'm only on day one. So we'll have to do a little less filming. I'm not tracking my hiking stats today, because that'll take a good 30% out of my battery right off that. So that's the way that goes. Anyway, so 3 strikes against me right off the bat before I even hardly got out of the parking lot. But got to the top, approach trail, headed down now. It's only about 1 o'clock. I left at 9. So I'm going to go ahead and probably continue on to the shelter past Springer Mountain Shelter, which I think is Stover Creek. That's like almost 3 miles. So it's still going to be an early day. I don't want to push it any further than that though, just because I don't want to burn myself out. Even though I've been training for this, last thing I want to do is burn out the first week and injure something. Because even with all my training, I didn't get in a lot of back-to-back days, so it's going to make a difference. So with that, we will say goodbye. If you look far out there, you can see a little bit better. It's starting to clear up. We're supposed to get partial clearing later. So this is the second one of these little groves I've stumbled into. We come out of all these big bare trees and just boom, we walk into the greenery. I'm not 100%, but I think those are rhododendrons. They look similar to what I've got growing in my yard, but I don't know if there's a difference between the East Coast and the West Coast plant. I'm not a plant person. I'm lucky to identify dandelions. Anyway, that was kind of interesting. Here I am just bebopping down this trail and looking at the hillside with a lot of bare trees. Greenery hasn't taken on to them yet, and you just, boom, you come around the corner and you get this kind of stuff. So, interesting. Anyway, I got about probably another couple miles at most before I get to the shelter I'm going at. I'm headed for Stover Creek, I believe it's called. I decided to skip Springer. Just 8 miles wasn't a big deal today, so I'm going to go for, and it's actually almost 11. So anyway, till then.